Hey guys, it's Wednesday, August the 8th. I wanted to let you know we are opening the garage door repair positions to the general public at large. We opened them to the Locksmith position owners first, and they picked up what they wanted out of that so far. So they already got 68 of the positions out of the 100 available. So there's still 32 left for the general public. Now, let me just step in and say this. We've been training up the guys who wanted to get into the SEO and the backlinking especially, side of the house. And they earn 10% of the retail revenue that comes in for all the, for their website that's assigned to them, okay? And some of those guys have really taken off and done a heck of a job. And then the rest of you have positions, of course, you're splitting 80% evenly across the positions. So if you have one position, you have one of those. If you have two, then you have two. If you have three, you have three. Payments are not about the people, it's about the positions, however many you have. You get paid on each position you have evenly. All right, as everyone else for theirs. Now, it's easier to rank for garage door repair, so we don't need so many websites. We're still launching with 100. Here's the thing. Everything we're doing in the way of backlinking helps drive rank and pull it up. And over the course of time, this is exactly how you get traffic to roll in. Anyone ever not see like a standard traffic curve? When we did the Locksmith project for the Locksmiths originally, okay, I just want to point this out. Okay, I guess I can do it like that. Take a look. See this? This is 2015-16, okay? Like I was always saying 3 years ago, right? Well, this is about it, 3 years ago, basically coming into August. Here's what it was. We got the websites launched, and as we started to build them, everybody leaped in and started to do the backlinking. They started putting links out in different places, wherever. Merchant Circle, Yelp, Yellow Pages, etc. Anywhere, everywhere. 411.com, everywhere possible. ablocal.com. Just go in and put the links up. Go in and put the links up. Go in and put the links up. Now, Google won't rank you right away for that because Google doesn't know if you're going to stick around. They never take brand new websites and make them rank for top quality keywords immediately, because then if you take your website down, Google might not even know for 9 days. So then it'll be a broken link. It'll be the #1 result, right? Or #2 result. So these things have to be earned, right? This is the rising tide effect. So we talk about this stuff all the time. If people could just instantly jump day to day, depending on what they earn, then the results would constantly go like that. Somebody would be on page 1, page 40, page 27, page 32, page 1, page 5 every day. And no one's going to want that. It's not good. No one likes that for business. So what Google wants is to see consistent, pushing, sensible effort towards getting the popularity up, as well as the quality of the website content. So take a look. When you take a bunch of websites and you work with them together in a group, we got like August, September, okay? So we had already been working on this in July anyway. So this is like 3 months in. What do you see? Trickle of real traffic, and it starts to snowball and just keeps snowballing over the year, right? Why does it start to snowball? Is you start to show up on your first like longer tail keywords, middle ground keywords, then people are clicking. And they're looking around, they're calling the phone number, they're staying on the site. If for no other reason than to call the phone number and ask if a locksmith's available or a garage door repair specialist is available, and then they're talking on the phone. And that's an action on the site, by the way. Google sees that. Now what? That makes your pages rank a little more. And more keywords start to show up. Well, more people see, more people click, makes everything rank higher. So you get this growth, right? Okay. That's Google allowing you to earn it, right? The rising tide brings all ships with it. Well, how do you know if you're doing backlinking correctly? Because a lot of people, they're in here somewhere and they're going to get frustrated if they don't know what they're doing. Well, first, you can take some keywords and track them. Even if you're on page 40, go create some backlinks, go back to your keywords where you find yourself, and then wait for you to disappear. And you think, where did I go? And now you have to look on page 39, 38, 37, and you suddenly see yourself. Maybe on 37, you're like, oh, interesting, put some more backlinks, and then you might jump up. Now, over some days, you'll jump up faster because Google counts time, right? Time can just suddenly boost things up. Okay, so anyway, like I said, this is kind of what you're seeing with lots of websites for them, right? We're doing this. Now, I want to show you an example of backlinking done right. One of the guys took his website and he said, okay, there are not a lot of pages indexed yet. There are like 28 pages in the main section of the site. I forget, 26 or 8. And then if Google starts to catch on to the subdomains, like so, right? Then they can get from 28 to 58 because they're picking up on deeper level pages, pages that are on subdomains of the website, right? Now, having said that, we could like forcibly go into webmasters and shove all of the sitemaps down Google's throat and say index all of our pages right now, all of them. But Google doesn't like that generally. We want Google, hey, come find our robots.txt file and index our pages on your own sweet time. That's a wise way to go. And yes, that's how this happened. Okay, we were just busy with backlinks and letting Google see that we were busy. Now, this is 3 years later, Google's faster. Let me just show you an example of what that means. So we get from there, and then some of the websites that are really hitting it, and where Google's dug in on its own, it's finding these pages and starting to index them, right? Well, somebody took off with his website, and he did this. I just want to show you, So now you got 1,800 pages. So he had like 50 pages a couple days before. But what did he do? He started submitting all of the sitemap subdomains from a sitemap file. And as he did that, okay, so those are his backlinks into his site, so to speak, all those subdomains. He's trading them like different websites pointing into the main website. People do that all the time. And guess what? Google suddenly started noticing those pages on those other websites and going, oh, those pages are live, let me take a look. Oh, those pages are live, let me take a look. That's a cool page, a cool page, a cool page, a cool page. And it starts to connect some of them together, and then it starts to see a bunch of pages. Like if he submitted 500 subdomains and Google went in and said, well, I see another page here and another page there, and they do that on each of those, well, that's 1,500 of the pages. Okay, so anyway, now how do you know if it's working? Well, there are different things to take a look at. One of them is this. Am I seeing any kind of, rank or appearance on the keywords? In this case, the keyword is effectively the main keyword, so to speak, is a page title. Now, the keywords could be any combination of words from the page, any combination of words. But what we're after are things that stand out. So Milwaukee 24/7 lock installation, that's an example of a main keyword. Subtract the phone number, which we separate with a pipe because it's a phone number, right? It's not a keyword. What do you think this keyword's supposed to be? Birmingham 24/7 rekey, Jackson 24/7 push bars. Now, why do we create keywords like this even when they're not mainstream keywords? Like this doesn't say commercial locksmith, emergency locksmith. Well, first of all, a bunch of our pages do say that. You just got to get down to them. But a lot of the pages, just the first round of those pages happen to have 24/7 anyway. So that's why you're seeing that a lot. But the fact of the matter is when you create content for the related terms, everything related to the topic, then Google sees that you're covering the topic. And that way you can get your pages to rank for the higher keyword combinations. And I actually found some of that's happening with this guy. Pretty cool. So here's the point. I was just curious. So I went here to see where we are, see if the guy's there. And I went here to see if the guy could show up. Now, I knew he wouldn't just show up at the front page. The websites are too new. They're just a couple of weeks old. But I set Google results to 100 deep. And I just thought, let's see what we see. So take a look. 566,000 results for Milwaukee 24/7 lock installation. Not a bad keyword. And anyway, he's like here. So he's around like, let's say position 70 or so. Now that's 70 out of 566,000, but take a look. That is the right page. This is the home page, and that's what the home page says. Okay, but so first of all, that's cool. It's just it's not rising. It's not at the top yet. So you're like, okay, that's kind of cool, but really, what does that mean? That means, let me point this out. The rising tide raises all ships. When you do backlinking properly to some of your web pages, the link juice flows through the rest of the sitemap, and it should bring the rest of your pages up as Google finds your pages. So you got to start with what Google is indexing, right? You have to take a look at what does Google see. Okay, those are the ones Google sees. But now that we know that, Google has indexed these. It went through them and checked them off and said they're good for the public. So they're in the system now. Okay, so of them, are we seeing results? And the answer is this. Take a look. That's showing up for its keyword. Next page is showing up for its keyword for Birmingham-rekey, right? For the same website. That's this one, Birmingham 24/7, Birmingham-rekey dot. Okay. Now, let me just make this point really fast. I went through and found it, okay, and found it. Now, in cases where I didn't see our page show up, it's because something else extremely similar was right there already. That's fine. These things happen. Okay, got it. And then I just kept going through, right? And you know what? It's there. Indianapolis Auto Locksmiths, right? Let's take a look. Indianapolis Auto Locksmiths. The right keywords bringing up the right pages for this guy. Now you might say, is that the same as everything else? The answer is no. A bunch of our websites have pages like this because we did a bunch of the same cities with the same keywords because we really want them all to rank. But the guys who are going to rank the hardest first anyway are the guys who do this kind of work, right? But it brings everything with it. So it's a benefit to anyone who has the positions. Take a look. Again, Providence. And it's the Providence Commercial Lockout stock, okay? There's Miami 24/7 keys at SP Locksmith Service. That's another one of our websites, which is the reason that this one isn't showing up here in the list. But I found that some of these, a bunch of our websites are actually showing up in the list. Take a look. Cincinnati 24/7, Cincinnati entry doors. And yeah, I mean, I just want to point this out. So either another website's in the way or this website is indeed ranking for its exact phraseology right here. Okay, now that's cool. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, just to have these popping up like that all over the place, okay? Granted, it's the top 100 still because, yeah, this is a very complex industry and you got to push for it. But take a look. Here's an example. Little Rock 24/7 lock installation, right? We got it. Let me see. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I just highlighted the whole stack to remind myself that a bunch of these results are ours. Okay? And then you look at the next one. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying about the garage door repair overlay keywords. It's there on one of our other sites that's not even getting backlinked yet. This one hasn't even gotten any love, backlinking love, but it's showing up. Little backlinking love, it's going to start to climb. Okay? Los Angeles Lock Installation Services. That's exactly the right page for the right keyword. Okay? And it just goes on and on. Baltimore 24/7 garage door locks. Again, and I don't know how many results there are for that. 412,000. And we're what? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like number 11 right now. Okay? That's nuts. Okay? So, yeah, Seattle Pop-A-Lock for mobile. What is that? That's for Seattle, right? Pop-A-Lock, which is a pretty big keyword because Pop-A-Lock's kind of a brand name, right? 14,900,000 results, and we're like on page, what, 3 or 4 right now? Already, okay? This is from almost no work at all right, for the guy, other than obviously the intellectual pursuit, figuring out what he should go after, some kind of research to figure out which services are better than which for providing locksmith results like this. Let me see. This is ours. I think we also have more down here somewhere. We might. Yeah, because I put that at the top for some reason. I forget what. But there you go. So, for all you guys who are popping in and you want to know how to get into this game, right, and get going and push this, I'll tell you what. Definitely get garage door repair shares. And then if you're still interested in backlinking, let me know. Now, if you cannot afford $250 for a share, okay, maybe you're overseas and you just can't afford it, then, yeah, just let me know if you want to do backlinking and I'll show you how to do this. Because the more you guys can do this, the better it is for all of us. Okay, this is another example. Similar keywords, Little Rock. It just turns out Little Rock's easy to land, right? So we're like a chunk of the way up the page, and look at this. We have pretty much everything right here in a row. It's all coming up like a tsunami, right? The tsunami effect is when we're not seen because we're on page 4, page 3, page 2. No one sees us. And then we trickle on to page 1, and no one realizes that these are all the same websites. They're not different phone numbers, right? Different terms, different domain names, whatever. They may be laid out similarly, but you'd have to actually eyeball all of them to realize that they belong together. Okay, how do you get into this and get positions? Because there are 32 left for garage door repair. I'm sure they're going to go quickly. All right, don't miss out. Garage door repairs are next one. How does that work? That every time a job is done, then usually about $1,000 is collected, out of which 400 is paid to the dispatch center, out of which about 100 is paid to us, out of which 80 is shared across the positions, and 20% is left for in-house. Well, 10% for in-house, 10% for the SEO guy in charge of that website. Wherever it is you put backlinks and you get people calling through your phone number, like for instance, say this was your site, and the guy who cited is, he gets this entirely. If he puts out listings like in merchant circles, say, .com, right? If somebody goes to merchantcircle.com and they see this and they just decide to call the phone number, they never come to the website, doesn't matter. The guy's getting paid. The phone number is what matters, right? You want people calling the phone number. That's the biggest thing, okay? How do you get the positions? Go to gettrialleads.com/LPE. Okay, and it's like this. Okay, whoop, I forget. I think that's just works just fine. Gettrialleads.com/landing page expansion project. That's just where we got this whole thing started. So there it is. Get trial leads. Not trail leads, or you're not going to find anything there. It's trial leads. Okay? And then sign up. Now, when you sign up, make sure you notice your email address. Okay? And when you submit it, this will just take a moment, by the way. And when you submit it, it'll give you a passcode. Now what? Now go here to log in. And that's really the same thing, except you're not going to go here anymore. You only went there to sign up. Now go to admin to log in. And when you do, make sure to log in as an LPE owner. It'll be like this. So switch, LPE owner. Put your email address, same one, right here, and put the password you were given right here and log in. Okay? When you do, you will see a screen similar to this, but this is just my dummy screen for dummy entries while we were testing functionality. You won't see anything on here, okay? Because you don't have anything yet. But go to LPE websites right here, okay? And I'm not logged in. Or it would show you what's going on. I think it's right. Yeah. If I click it, it would be right here. And these are the $250 positions that are still available. Just whatever numbers hadn't been claimed yet. There's 33. Okay, 33. Oh, no, there isn't. Somebody bought it earlier. If I refresh the page, it'll say I'm logged out. I have to log in again. There are 32 left. Okay, one got bought like an hour ago. So you can claim any of these. Just one at a time, right? Go claim it. Then come back and get another one, However many you feel like getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Some guys get more, some guys get less. Just depends on what you have in the way of an operating budget. But this is a one-time payment for an ongoing recurring revenue stream. There's typically 6 to 7 jobs per metro area per day. So if we can get one job per day, you know, for, let's say, just kick off 20 cities, and we're going to do more. But again, like with Locksmith, we don't just want to launch the pages with 900,000, or launch the websites with 900,000 pages each. Right, so we're going to start with a certain stack of cities and then climb up from there. So let's say we're starting, let's say 30, it's more realistic. Even 25, let's say, times, you know, a job a day times. We're going to have $100 rolls in per job, okay, typically, times 0.8, get shared across the positions. That's $80. Divided by 100 positions, each one gets 80 cents. Doesn't sound like much, but by the way, that's times, okay, the cities that we're kicking off. Let's say we kick off with 25. We're really going to do a lot more. That's $20. Now that's per day, per position is the typical routine. So say you have 4 of these positions, you spend $1,000. So I don't care. Say you did. Then that's $80 a day. Now, if that's the average take in, and we do that all month long, that's $2,400 a month. $2,400 a month, and it costs you 1,000 one time. Okay, and that goes on all year. Now, let's say you only got 2 positions. Well, it's still $1,200 a month, and it costs you $1,000 one time. Totally great recurring revenue, 10 to 15 times your money in a year, and we can really nail this industry. Again, what are we going to do with garage door repair? Same thing we did. This is what we're doing with locksmiths. This is what we're doing with garage door repair. And this is what we're going to be doing with every next industry we touch. We actually are in conversations for even more. But I'll tell you what, GDR is low-hanging fruit. Easy to land those deals, right? Easy to take over the industry because it takes a lot less effort to rank than it did for locksmiths. Locksmiths is great, no questions asked. GDR is also great. So if you missed the locksmith run and you really want to get positions in GDR, do that. And separately, for all the guys that want to do backlinking, maybe you're doing them for locksmiths and you want to do them here too, I'll assign you GDR websites when those go live. Okay, and each guy assigned a website. Whoever calls through your phone number, you get your 10% share off of that. So what does that mean? That means for every $100 coming in times 0.1, you get $10. Okay, if you've got that times 25 cities, it's like $250 a day. Okay, so that takes work, but it's worth it. Now, backlinks do you help with income 3 ways. One, say you put backlinks in Merchant Circle, Yellow Pages, anywhere. Okay, say Merchant Circle. If people happen to be on Merchant Circle looking for a locksmith, okay, you're in the running. If they call that phone number, if they click it and call it, say, just as they got to call like 10 to 15 guys anyway, because most of them are going to be too busy. They're, sorry, booked for the day. All right, they'll call the next guy down. Okay, they're going to call like 10 to 15 guys. All right, so if you're there, you can get called. If you're not there, you get missed. They're calling everyone else, not you, right? It's important to put your lists in different places like that. So that's one way of getting paid immediately. Because if you're in Merchant Circle if you put your backlinks in Merchant Circle today and they clear and they're live tomorrow, you can get clicked on that soon and called that soon. Okay, now another reason, because you put yourself in Merchant Circle, then if somebody goes to Google or Bing or Yahoo and they do a search for a local locksmith and they look up and one of the results says, hey, see 15 top locksmiths in your area, click here, and that's Merchant Circle, they're probably going to show 15 of the latest or whatever, but you'll be in the running again. You need to be there for that city, that city, that city, that city, that's it. You've got a website with multiple locations for the backlinking guys. If you can put in the one location in Merchant Circle, create another listing, another listing, another listing, another listing, another listing, use it. It's a resource. There are people climbing around like a labyrinth, all different places. So be in there. You can do this for locksmith times many cities, GDR, garage door repair, times many cities, etc. So absolutely use your resources like that. Okay, I've got to run. I've got to pick up a kid. And so I would say this. Hurry if you want to get positions. It's really a big deal. This is not either or. You can get positions, you can do backlinking work, or both. Okay? So the reason to get positions, it's passive. You get positions so that you're along for the ride, and it's a group effort. So everything that the group does to help benefits everyone. Now, I've had some guys say, which website is mine if I get website number 48, 49, and 55? The answer is it doesn't work that way. You get your share off of all the websites that we do in this industry. Same with locksmiths. If money's coming through that phone number over there, that one and that one and that one, you get your share of all of that. That's what these do. For backlinking, you're assigned one website. Okay, so you get your 10% off of that website's efforts. Okay, but if you're in the share position, you actually get the benefit off of all the websites. If we can get jobs coming in through, say, 3 or 4 different websites for each city, just dummy, 0.8 times 2 shares is $1.60. times 25 cities equals 40 bucks times, let's say, 4 websites pop up because you got shares. That's 160 bucks a day, you know, times 30, 4,800. So it's crazy, you know, and if you had 4 shares, it could be 9,600. It's insane. That's like retirement money, right? So we are absolutely making this thing fly. We're making it strong. We're making it work, and come along for the ride. For all you guys who do have LPE positions in the earlier runs that we did for LPE, including auto towing, we are absolutely getting those live. And as a matter of fact, we're probably going to look for an auto towing dispatcher for the guys who want to hop into that. For guys who bought into the other industries, when the news comes out where we're going, as you know, with your holdings, oh, I got it. Oh, that's right. Keep clicking off of this stuff. For your dashboard holdings, you can switch them, right? You can switch between industries, so you can follow us. Wherever the action is, you can be part of that in the LPE project, right? That's how that worked. We built that on purpose. So you guys are going to be able to climb into that. All right, I think that's enough of the update for now. Don't miss these GDR positions. Like I said, go sign up. Very simple. Sign up here with your email address. It gives you a password. Go here to log in, right, as an LPE owner, okay, and get, right, GDR positions. It doesn't matter what order. It doesn't matter which number. They all get paid out the same. So whichever ones you get are of equal value to the other ones, okay? Nice and simple. So just pick them, okay, whichever ones you want to get. All right, I hope that helps, and I hope that makes it all available. And yeah, I can't wait. We're really getting a lot of insane ground covered. Pretty soon, one day, we're gonna do like this in multiple industries. And for the guys who got in, they're riding these curves. We do not have more positions opening for Locksmith. Those guys are in. That's a sealed deal. They are along for the ride as we push it. The only opening there is backlinking. But GDR just opened. 2/3 of the shares are taken. There's only a third left. Get in, because we're going to do the same thing. But like I said, it's easier to kick that off. So it's like starting here is just going to go like this, or at least, I don't know, take this whole line and compress it. It's going to be so much faster to rank, and it's going to pay well. All right. Okay, guys, you take care.